Alright, we're here in London with the Fujifilm X Pro 2. Let's do some street photography. Let's go. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Hope you didn't find the music in that intro too intrusive. Just thought I'd do a little voiceover for the first time on this channel for this part of the video. As you can see, we're in Tate Modern, which is one of my favourite little photography playgrounds. Here's a couple of shots I took whilst looking down, trying to get different points of view, of course. Yeah, I love the geometry of this place. I had a little wander around, had a look at some of the exhibitions, but more than looking at the art, I actually come to this place to make art. Obviously, as you can see from these leading lines and the lights and the ceiling here, this place is just full to the brim of geometry. So if you're looking for people in geometry, silhouette shots, curving lines, showing humans on a small scale against a large backdrop, this is just paradise. I mean, look at this staircase. Obviously this window here was a good background for the guy in the hat. Never wear a hat when you're near me, of course. So here I was walking around with the GoPro, just showing some of my favourite locations in the Tate Modern. These windows are great for silhouette shots, of course. This staircase leads up to, as you can see, a multicoloured background on the wall there. There's a guy there. That's a shot that I potentially missed because I was filming and not doing photography, but hey, that's the price you pay for YouTube. Okay, so we're going further up the stairs, and to our left, if I turn around now, yeah, to the left we can see this huge window and another missed shot. Some girl posing there for a selfie. This is one of my favourite angles, looking down this spiral staircase. Looks like a kind of snail shell. I've taken many a shot here over the years. Beautiful colours as well. Yeah, silhouette shots there. Okay, let's take another look from a different angle. Beautiful, beautiful architecture. Of course, it's one of the most overly photographed spots in the whole of London, but who am I to argue with some of the great photographers that have taken pictures here. There's another shot that I missed. Guy looking up, dressed in white. Okay, people are constantly looking out at this view, taking pictures and providing street photographers with even more material from behind in their silhouette form. Okay, we're just going to take one last look down this spiral staircase and I'll show you an example shot that I actually took on this day. Guy walking down the stairs here would have been a potential shot as well. Okay, so here's one of mine, guy looking up. All he could see at the time was my camera, so he was a bit curious, of course. I walked into this little exhibition and immediately was drawn to this harsh light from this window. Obviously, light and shadow, bit of a trope, but this is definitely a scene worth working, which I did spend maybe 5 minutes hanging around this scene. You'll see some of my images in a minute. There's one of them. And another in colour. Also took some in black and white form, as you can see. Yeah, harsh light and shadow, can't beat it. The great thing about the Tate Modern is it's just a playground. It's full to the brim of beautiful backdrops, so It's just a question of finding the right subjects. Here we have the turbine hall. In case you didn't know, this gallery used to be a power station, which is why it looks so huge and industrial, I suppose. Full of geometry. Okay, so another of my favourite haunting grounds are these escalators, because if you look up, look at those lights. This kind of reminds me of entering a spaceship or something. It's like Close Encounters. So obviously had to take a few shots. I spent a few minutes going up and down these escalators. Look at those lines, look at those leading lines, beautiful. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the exhibitions. This girl who works there was doodling, seemed to be drawing a picture of something, doing her own art. Found quite interesting. Nice little juxtaposition there. As I said, there's always beautiful backgrounds if you wait for the right subject. Once again on the escalators, quite like these colours and reflections. Okay, so here was another interesting exhibition. Lots of projectors, lots of against kind of industrial steel. Quite an interesting look, a bit spooky, a bit dungeon-like, with lots of people walking in front of and behind these big screens, which, if I'd been concentrating more on photography and less on just filming B-roll, as this was meant to be, I might have taken some better shots. But yeah, lots of potential for silhouettes, especially here. These two girls I found quite interesting against the backdrop of the bright screen, the harsh light. Unfortunately, I didn't really have time to work the scene in a photography sense, but yeah, it is one of the shots I did get. I found these hands on the screen really interesting, making geometric shapes, but especially if you look to the left of the screen, there's some great potential for some silhouette shots here, which again I didn't really take advantage of on that particular day, but it's would be worth coming back for, definitely worth working the scene. Here's a couple of shots I did actually manage to take, nothing spectacular, but it does show how atmospheric the place was with all this dim lighting. Okay, so here we are back on the streets of London on a glorious sunny day, and I noticed the glass on this pub window, which I thought could give me some nice abstract shots here through these layers, this distortion that this kind of glass can provide, as well as the actual metal framing on the window for some subframing. Has some great potential. So unfortunately for this poor guy minding his own business, he became the subject of my camera. And if we look head on here, we can see even more clearly the effect of this kind of frosted distorted glass can have on someone's features. As you can see there, his features are really distorted and provides a nice kind of abstract image, I thought. Definitely worth working the scene, as I did here. Lovely shot.